What's up, gamers? Barnes here. I think this thing is working. Yeah, it's working. Alright, this is going to be a video about GM written PC backstories. You know, a lot of role-playing games suggest that the players write their own player character backstories. Dungeons & Dragons, Pathfinder. I don't do that, and there was a post up on Facebook, and so I decided, let me ask my players how they feel about it. And so they were nice enough to give a few words about how they feel about GM written PC backstories. And I'll just let them explain it, I guess. Why I choose to write my players' backstories rather than let them do it. This is Dan, aka Captain Crosstalk.
Yeah, I've got
You know Chris. Norton, say hi. Alright, that was Norton's voice. We might show him you two later. You might actually see him. He wasn't on. Austin is player number 7. Austin joined us from Colorado. And Owen is still with us. So, how do you guys feel about me writing your backstories for you? Would you rather write your own backstories, or?
I think Norton touched on this last week when he brought up the point that you also write the story, that the campaign. That in a system where if we were following a module, creating our own backstories.
You mean I write the setting?
Helpful. You write the setting. You right. Set up the campaign itself. So to have our backstories fit into that is advantageous for the flow of the game.
Do you feel like if you wrote it yourself, it wouldn't fit into it, or?
I'm not saying that it couldn't be done like that, but we certainly would at least have to get your input and have to have a framework put in place by you, because our characters have to fit into this world that you've written.
Alright, so you're just basically saying that you don't know the setting well enough to write a character.
Again, it's not so much that I don't know how to write for the character or write my own backstory. I just think that in order for the flow of the story, for the flow of the campaign, it's better for us to have your input into it so that we're not stepping on toes or making something that isn't going to flow seamlessly into this.
Okay.
Because, I mean, self-expression is important, but at the same time, having a congruous gameplay is really important as well.
Okay. You guys got anything to add?
I agree with Owen, actually, because it takes a little legwork out. You know, you don't come and invent something, or like I said, go through you to see if it's okay and lines up or anything like that. You just gotta fit it right in.
A lot of people like that.
Role play from that. It's almost like being handed a script.
It kind of is. It's, you know, there are role-playing games that just hand you stats and the whole character name and everything background.
But I mean, at the same time, no one's like making some outrageously fantastic situation that the GM has to wrestle with fitting into the story that wouldn't have normally been there. You know?
I probably wouldn't allow it if it was tough, but a lot of players do they enjoy it. They wouldn't. I've heard people wouldn't enjoy playing a game where the backstories are written by the GM. And I could see where players can write backstories in settings that they're familiar with, but you know, this is a homebrew, and there's no really outside material for you guys to find that out. And without picking my brain too much and me developing the world too far, then I didn't have it that far developed. Maybe, I don't know. You have anything to add, Dan?
No. I mean,
You want to talk about something else, maybe?
No. No, I'll have to wait for you to change the camera to someone else, and I'll bring something up.
All right. Norton, you got anything to say about it? That's
No, I don't mind it at all, man.
Norton's he's one of my steady hands around here. Norton does all the painting with me, a lot of the sculpting. That's the other artist guy. You just finally see the face behind the artwork, and the voice sometimes. We'd hear Norton, but he just never made it on a video. Would you ever want to write your own backstories?
If I had a good enough grip on the setting, sure.
Yeah, totally.
All right.
I would do it. So I'm not adverse to it.
No,
It's fun. That's but it's not fun.
Just a different flavor.
The bigger problem is when you don't actually know much about the setting, or the setting has a lot of weird, like, odd rules or quirks that you're not aware of that would be important for writing a character. That makes it difficult to write a character.
I don't really put any odd rules. I do a lot of editing. I feel like reading through the core book and knowing how to. I do a lot of editing.
I don't know. There have been some odd rules historically.
For instance.
Let's see, the old Alcuin campaign, what was it? What was the thing? Like, there were specific classes restricted to specific sexes. So, like, only women could be X, only men could be Y. There were, like, you know,
women,
with magic systems.
Magic systems, alignments, and sex, yes.
Yeah, stuff like that.
That was because of factions. Where
Well,
else did I
I'm sure there were reasons for it, but
Yeah.
it was not a. There were weird rules.
Alright, I can see that. I still have a lot of those rules in play. Those same factions are in this campaign. So maybe it's my writing style, my campaigns I build, my settings I build are unconventional perhaps. You guys can't just look at the book and expect my setting to be like the book.
No.
Yeah, that complicates things.
Your settings are those.
It's not bad, it just complicates things.
They're complicated?
They're more,
No.
they're more complicated, I feel, than some of the other ones.
I hope so. I've been doing it a while. I don't know. I tend to write low fantasy. There's not a lot of magic. Chris used to favor monk because I don't hand out a lot of magic items. So, would you guys say you're happy with the backstories I write you?
No, it's fine.
Yeah.
We have enough during gameplay, enough chance during gameplay to put our own stamp on the characters beyond the backstory. That's kind of
There's stepping
what we're
stones
doing.
to the beginning. And as we're going along, you're just adding to your character story as it is. It's like little stepping stones to where your character's going to be and what their story's going to be.
And now our actions are dictating a lot of your story.
Well, yeah. I'm reactive, sure. I try to railroad her, but I can't all the time. That's not gonna get too many likes either. I do though. I don't write sandbox style. I mean, I kind of do, but I don't have stats for every place in that map. You know. Anyway, this has been Barnes and my gaming group. Dan, Chris, Norton, Owen, Austin, Pete, and Panky are missing this week. Panky's playing real D&D, like in Pennsylvania, dressing up and stuff. So, thanks for watching, guys. And this has been a video on GM written PC backstories in role-playing games. It's Barnes wishing you a good game, and remember to make it a good game for somebody else. Later.